Doug Garrison here from the Doug Garrison Show. Join us as we hear about a Christmas dinner taking place at the Ishpeming Elks. Nina Weyer-Ittner from the Children's Museum is here to tell us about a grant they recently received and to update us on activities. And for our last show before Christmas, we have some beautiful Christmas music from Ishpeming's Trenton Thomas. So stick around. The Doug Garrison Show starts now.
Tell the host 2 minutes. Stand by live to tape. Lighting to show level, please. Confirm front of house sound PFL. Roll tape on masters, challenge places. Alright, let's clear the set. Cue John music, open stage mics, standby effects, standby CG. Standby to open on 3, 2. Alright folks, let's have a good show. Stand by, roll it in.
All right, well, thanks for joining us at home on Charter Channel 12 and on Fox UP, and those of you watching on the World Wide Web, Charter On Demand, and on YouTube. All kinds of platforms to watch the Doug Garrison Show. It's the Thursday before Christmas. All the decorations are up. The gifts have been purchased. The meals have been planned. I know I'm excited for a great holiday week, which encompasses the weekend before Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then we go into next weekend and we have New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And speaking of New Year's Eve, I wanted to mention last year we did a New Year's Eve live show from the Landmark. You might remember that on Fox UP. We were live from 11 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. We're going to do it again this year. We're going live, the Doug Garrison Show live from the Ordock Brewing Company in downtown Marquette. It's going to be New Year's Eve from 11 p.m. to 12:30. We have a great band that's going to be a part of the party called Mike Letts and the Marquettes. We're going to have a good crowd there. Everybody's going to be enjoying themselves. We're going to show the downtown Marquette ball drop, and we're going to make a connection with different parties across the UP throughout the evening. So I'm counting on you being there with us, either at the Ordock or watching at home on Fox UP. Remember, 11 to 12:30, New Year's Eve. Join us for that festive occasion. I'm sure it's going to be fun. Okay, we got some good things to get to tonight. We're going to meet some friends of mine that have been on the show before and some who are making their first appearances, and we've got some great Christmas music. So stick around for all that on tonight's show.
Let's face it, UP roads call for four-wheel drive.
Riverside of Marquette has 19 different models of new all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles.
Over 125 on the ground right now.
Toyota RAV4 starting at $199 a month. Honda CR-V from $239 a month.
Nobody pays less for their cars and trucks at Riverside, which means you'll never have to drive for a better price.
Make some child's Christmas by dropping off your Toys for Tots donation right here at Riverside of Marquette.
I'm one. She's not alone. I'm one too.
1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in their lifetime.
For those of us with breast cancer, there is hope.
With early detection, 99% of women can be cured.
At Bell Hospital, your mammogram is reviewed while you're on site, and follow-up testing can be done the same day.
With the latest in breast cancer detection, Bell Hospital is the right choice for the mammogram that matters most.
Yours.
Tonight's West End Update is presented by Fox Negaunee. New cars, used cars, and one of the area's most trusted service departments. Only the best at Fox Negaunee, and we appreciate them sponsoring our West End Update segment. All right, now we're going to talk about two of my favorite subjects, Christmas and food. And with me are Ed Nemi and Dave Arrow. And Ed is a past exalted ruler of the Ishpeming Elks Club. Thanks for joining us. And Dave, we don't have any title for you. We're just calling you Dave Arrow. Is that okay?
I like that. That works.
I said we're going to talk about food and Christmas. And Dave, I'll ask you, we're talking about a community Christmas dinner here. Give me the specifics of it first. What, when, where, who, how?
Well, it's a free Christmas dinner that's...
free food, even better.
Yep.
Okay.
It's sponsored by the Elks Club, and there's a few community vendors that have donated food or drink as well. It's from 11:30 to 2 at the Elks Club in Ishpeming. It's the 6th year of the Elks have hosted this event, and this year they're actually sponsoring it completely themselves with a grant that they received from their national. So my involvement is just that I've worked with Ed actually 6 years ago to bring in the event too, and I kind of managed the kitchen.
But you've been doing this yourself for more years than that.
Yeah, I did my first 13 years in Marquette, from the Northwoods to the Big Boy to the American Legion, all through that.
Yeah, and you saw a need, you indicated there was a change in what was going on in this kind of systems. You saw a need up in Ishpeming and you decided to fill that. What happened there?
Well, the Marquette dinner had always delivered to Ishpeming, and they'd only delivered 15, 20 meals a year up there, but I knew that they had a Thanksgiving dinner where they served about 125 people. So when I was talking with Ed, we thought, you know, what are those other 125, you know, other 100 people doing for Christmas?
Yeah.
So, you know, we took a chance and cooked for 150 people for Christmas that first year, and we served 125 meals.
Yeah. How many do you expect this year? Similar numbers, more?
175 to 200.
Do you turn anybody away?
No.
Absolutely not. What's on the menu?
We have turkey, we have ham, we have mashed potatoes, we have gravy, stuffing, pie, mixed vegetables, corn.
I like all that stuff.
Yeah, and we're cooking about 200 pounds of turkey, and we've got another 50 to 70 pounds of ham.
Yeah. Do you cook whole turkeys, or you?
Yes.
Yeah. How many turkeys does that end up being?
It depends on the size of the turkey.
Right.
About 200 pounds or so.
Yeah, that's a lot of turkeys. What's your job specifically? I want to know.
Kitchen.
You're in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Cooking, cleaning, supervising.
Right. Stay out of my kitchen.
Yeah. Make sure that the temperatures are right and all that.
Yeah.
Are you a taste tester too, or?
You know,
you get
sometimes
your share in there.
you gotta keep the energy going.
Yeah. Ed, Dave indicated that the Elks Club took this on, and I think that's great. A lot of people don't know. The Elks, Elks is kind of a quiet organization. You guys do a lot of stuff that people don't know about. This is one of those things. I'm glad you're getting some attention here. Hosting it actually at your building, which is a nice building in Ishpeming. You guys must feel good about doing this.
Absolutely. That's what the Elks is all about. We're a charitable organization. We do a lot with the community type stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this when I got together with Dave 6 years ago. It's on Christmas Day, and it's a really good thing for us to do.
Yeah, you know, one thing when I think about Christmas Day, a lot of people like to stay home in their jammies and don't go outdoors much and stay home with family and friends. But you people and all the other volunteers give up a good part of their Christmas Day to make this happen. I'm sure a lot of the Elks are contributing time and talent as well.
Absolutely, we got you know, Dave's got still has his crew. We have several Elk members that, you know, are widowed or come down with their wives. And their grandkids are out of town or whatever, stuff like that, or their children have moved away, and they just come down and help out.
Yeah. I would think that compared to our normal Christmas where we're home with our gifts and all this stuff, that you go do this one time and you think, you know what, I really have a different feeling about Christmas after doing something like this.
Exactly. In the back of your mind, you're saying, I'm doing that again next year.
Yeah, good. Dave, you mentioned some of the vendors who are contributing. Do you want to mention anybody specifically? Are there too many, or do you get a lot of support from the community, I'm sure?
Well, I mean, you know, a lot of the vendors have been repeat vendors that we've had before. I mean, John Gilbert, who's a huge sponsor of the community all around, has always been really good, and Ed's been working with him.
Yeah.
And just, you know, a variety of smaller ones that have just wanted to donate a little bit to help out, you know, and to be part of that giving, you know, feeling.
I found doing this show for a couple of years now, our business community is so supportive with all these types of things, the way they donate. And like you said, a lot of different people give a little, then that makes these types of things work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's free, of course. All right. And people can come. You encourage people to come in and sit down for the fellowship aspect of it, spend some time with other people on Christmas Day. But there's takeout and there's delivery as well. You'll deliver for people who can't get out and get their own meal.
Yeah, we've kind of carved up the county because the Marquette meal delivers too. So we'll deliver like Palmer and West. And we'll go as far as Republic or Michigami.
Okay, and we've got a phone number to call. It's the Elks Club phone number, 486-6890, if you'd like to have a meal delivered to you for Christmas Day. That's great. Ed, you guys do some other things too throughout the community. What other projects did the Elks Club take on?
The Elks is very big in veterans, handicapped children.
Excellent. We're big veteran supporters here.
Right. We have the guys and gals down from the G a couple times a year, bring them down to our lodge, give them a pasty dinner or spaghetti dinner, and I call bingo for them, and they have a great time.
Yeah.
That's no charge too. That's all donated from within our membership.
Yeah.
Okay. We do a lot with Bay Cliff handicapped children.
Okay.
And a lot of this community type stuff.
Sure. And I think you mentioned donations are accepted for this dinner, but those donations go to Bay Cliff.
They do.
Yeah.
And they're not expected at all.
Right. Yeah. You don't have to bring your wallet or purse with you. Well, that's good. You're always looking for new members at the Elks Club?
Certainly. We got a pretty steady membership. Yeah.
But you're always looking for new blood. People want to come in and help out. A great social atmosphere. Plus, you can help the community.
Plus, you get an opportunity to help us.
Exactly. You get to work with Dave and Ed. Dave, without a title here, he's a man about town. Dave, once again, the details. It's what the time again on Christmas Day?
11:30 to 2.
At the Ishpeming Elks, and that's over on, what is it? Is that Lakeshore?
Yeah, it is Lakeshore.
On the west side of Ishpeming. It's free to show up. You're not really looking for any more volunteers. You've got your crew's pretty well set?
Yep.
Yeah, good. Okay. Quickly, before I lose you, Dave, you opened up a new business recently. What's going on there?
Yeah, a couple of partners and myself, we've started a contractual healthcare services company where we do physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Something I've been involved with for many years, and we kicked it off in September with 24 employees and 18 contracts, and it's been a fun run so far. So
great, awesome.
Weird being off on my own, but
yeah, well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, are you hiring? That's good. Okay, Ed Nemi and Dave Arrow, thanks a lot. Have a good Christmas. You guys are doing it all. Merry Christmas to both of you. Hope you enjoy your day. All right, stick around. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Children's Museum, so don't go away.
We need to clear out our new 2012 vehicles.
It's Chrysler's Big Finish event with Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles at dealer invoice, and Jeep Liberty and Jeep Compass with an additional $300 Fox discount.
Take deep discounts on this 2012 Jeep Liberty Sport 4-wheel drive. Fox price $24,135.
A 2012 Ram Bighorn Quad Cab only $28,668.
Get the year's best deals at the Big Finish event at Fox Nagani. Marquette County's hometown dealer, only the best.
The Doug Garrison Show is brought to you in part by Iron Bay Computer and Design. Iron Bay gives you the quality and service you demand. And by Reflections Hair Salon, featuring professional stylists, a family-friendly atmosphere, prices to suit your budget, and great holiday styles. For an appointment, call Reflections at 226-0175.
Yeah, where are those cappuccinos? Yeah.
Our focus on arts and culture is presented by City Insurance. The folks at City Insurance offer competitive rates on insurance for all kinds of things, especially those things that you cherish the most. Thank you, City Insurance, for this sponsorship. And with us right now, you've never been on the show before talking about the UP Children's Museum, but she's here, Nina Weyer-Ittner, the director of one of the jewels of the community, the UP Children's Museum. I was just there recently, and it amazes me every time I'm there how big it is, how much stuff is there. And I'm not sure who had more fun, me or the kids at the birthday party, but it's quite a place, and it's something that we should be very proud of, and we certainly thank you for all your work there.
My pleasure.
Yeah, how long you been there now?
Well, I'm the founder.
Yeah.
So I actually celebrated my 20th year employed by the Children's Museum in
you
September.
Started when you were 16, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, congratulations. It's a great place.
Thank you.
It's one of those places that makes this community what it is. You know, it's, I don't know a lot of other communities that have a museum like that. I know they're out there, but communities our size with what you have going there, it's pretty impressive.
But it's a reflection of our community,
Okay,
really,
good.
because, I mean, the special people that came together to make this place happen. I honestly don't think you could do that in very many other places.
Well, you couldn't do it without the community support you've gotten.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, not only, you know, the financial support, but just people that come and help and roll up their sleeves and, you know, give us their old pianos and organs and you know, it's just it's a special community, and we're reflecting that specialness.
Well, I'll take very little credit, but I, as a Kiwanian, was in there helping tear stuff off the walls before it was, you know, helping out there. So, you know, I get a little bit elbow grease in there, a little sweat equity. You've just received a grant, and I wanted to have you in to talk about that. You got a grant from the Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs, and that was for what, $10,000?
$17,000, and that goes all just towards operations.
Nice.
That's like amazing. and the Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs supports arts and cultural institutions throughout the state of Michigan.
Yeah, well, congratulations. I'm sure you like seeing those when the check comes in or however that transaction is made. $17,000 certainly helps. We mentioned support from the community. You get financial support from a lot of other areas in this community too. You want to cite a couple of those?
Well, the foundations that we get, Kaufman Foundation, Reynolds Foundation, Fraser Fund, Hervenen Foundation. We also get funding from Cliffs as well as Rio Tinto.
Both very good supporters of community stuff.
Amazing, amazing. So in Blue Cross Blue Shield, Upper Peninsula Health Plan, I mean, and then of course, people.
Yeah.
And really the individuals are by far the greatest source of our support.
And you mentioned KBIC too, you got
We did.
All those big organizations that recognize what you're doing and contribute, that's great. Like you say too, just the individuals, you know, the $5 here, the $25 there, whether it's just a check they send or whether it's part of a fundraiser.
Oh, well, we are, I mean, deeply grateful for every penny that's given to us, and we do rely on those individuals to give us that funding.
Speaking of fundraisers, you have another one coming up in January, you mentioned. What's going on there?
We have two of them coming up in January, actually. We have one that's on January 13th, and it will be at the Ordoc.
Yes.
And it's a musical event, and Conga Semena will be playing.
Oh, great.
It's going to be really fun. And now that one is earmarked. All the funding will go towards the renovation of our music room, which is called Graceland Sound Studio. And we're going to kind of like take everything out of that room and then completely rebuild it. There'll be a lot of really fun kind of welded percussion kind of instruments in there.
Great.
But then also on January 27th is the Culinary Journey, which is our 12th
I was
year
gonna say, you've
of
done that
doing
quite a while
that,
now.
where we have 12 to 15 chefs and their venues with delicacies and wines and champagnes and music, and it's great.
Yeah. Well, I've said this before too on this show about the various fundraisers that we have in this community. I think the way they work best is when you have an event that people can come to. They pay whatever the cost is for that event. Some of the cost, some of what they pay goes to pay for that event. The rest of it goes towards the fundraiser. And I think that works great because people aren't just giving money. Somebody's not just standing there with a handout asking for money. Here's this event. Come, participate, have fun, party, whatever it is, with your friends, other supporters of the Children's Museum, and then everybody wins. You guys make money from it. Everybody goes out for a great night out. If you're going to go to the Ordoc and listen to Conga Semena and it raises money for the UP Children's Museum, it doesn't get any better than that, huh?
Yes,
that's right.
I love it.
Oh, that's great. Anything else new on the horizon? You mentioned upgrading the music part of it, which is great because we have such a musical community here. But down the road, what are we looking at?
Well, we have a big, huge change in 2013, and that's the entire body exhibit. And everything in the museum was designed by kids, which makes us very, very unique.
Yeah.
And the body exhibit was designed by kids, but when we actually ended up building it, I think it kind of lacked some of those initial designs. So what we want to do is kind of go back to what those kids told us about, take out what we really don't think it worked very well, and kind of redo it. So we're getting sponsorships right now. The entire exhibit's going to cost about $69,000.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the process of getting various body parts sponsored.
Good luck with that, yeah. Well, it's important that you're always upgrading and changing and improving so that when people come back, they go, here's something new, something I didn't see before, so that's
But
good.
what's really funny, though, is there's some people will come back and they'll say, I didn't know you had that. But you know what? We'd had it for, 20 years, you know? So
well, there's so many things there. I mean, you can spend a lot of time in there and not see everything.
That's right, absolutely. It always looks fresh.
Yeah, well, that's great. Well, good luck with these fundraisers and what you're doing there. Like I say, it's a great place in this community. While you're here, you're instrumental in the development of the skate park. How about an update on what's going on there?
Well, we are almost done,
Yeah.
and we have to pour the flat work. And so I was struggling to try to get someone who could pour the cement by the end of the year, but we weren't able to do that. But we have someone who is all set to come in the spring, and they'll pour all that flat work. We have a little bit of money yet to raise, so we're probably going to go look for more sponsorships and grant funding as well. But it will be skated on come the spring.
Okay, awesome.
Absolutely,
You
and
know
it's
what?
going to be fabulous.
That's great too. And I thought that was going to be a tough one to pull off, but you did it, and you should be proud of that one too.
I am very proud. And every kid, it's going to be a joy when those kids get on it. And right now, it breaks your heart when you go out there and you'll see these kids on these features, and they're going right into the dirt. They want it. They need it.
Good,
so
good.
they deserve it too.
Good for you and good for them. They've put a lot into that too. All right, Nina Weyer-Ittner from the UP Children's Museum. If you haven't been there lately, check it out. It's a great place. Take your kids and your whole family. You'll have a good time. All right, thanks for joining us tonight. All right, when we come back, we're going to end this show with some really nice Christmas music, so don't go away.
City Insurance has you covered. Located on Washington Street, Marquette.
A typical week of training for me is about 120 miles a week. In 2010, I had a meniscus tear after the Twin Cities Marathon. And so when I had my injury, I didn't have a second thought of where to go. I knew Advanced Center for Orthopedics. The doctors there, a lot of them are affiliated with sports. I knew that I was in the right hands. Advanced Center for Orthopedics got me back to my passion, and I recommend them highly.
Well, one of the best parts of the Christmas season is the Christmas music. We have a young man here, a singer-songwriter from Ishpeming, and he's got a beautiful Christmas song for you. This is Trenton Thomas.
This is a song that was written by Mark Lowry, the words, and the music is by Buddy Green, and it's titled Mary Did You Know? Did you know that your baby boy will one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you've delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm the storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kiss your little baby, you have kissed the face of God. The blind will see, the deaf will hear, and the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak the praises of the Lamb. Oh, Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? This sleeping child you're holding is the great I am. Oh, Mary, ooh, Mary, did you know?
Guess what? You can get any new or used car financed in the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union for 3.9% APR, new or used. Got your eye on this new Escalade? 3.9%. How about this 75 Gremlin? 3.9%. Looking at this stylish Dodge Dart? 3.9%. How about a new Chevy Cruze? 3.9%. RV, boat, tractor? 3.9%. What about this DeLorean time machine? 3.9%. 3.9% auto loans, new and used at the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union. Stop in and apply today.
The Doug Garrison Show is brought to you in part by Marquette Golf Club. The Pro Shop's open daily, Monday through Saturday, with great gift ideas and discounted memberships for 2013. Shop for Christmas at Marquette Golf Club. And by Cliffs Natural Resources, a global mining leader with local investment and impact. Cliffs Natural Resources. And by Swick Home Services, plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, home generators, water treatment, sewer and drain cleaning. Those Swick guys do everything. All right, I want to thank our guests, Ed Nemi and Dave Arrow. They were here for the community Christmas dinner at the Ishpeming Elks. That's Christmas Day. If you'd like to share some good food and fellowship with some of your neighbors up on the West End, check out the Ishpeming Elks on Christmas Day. We also had Nina Weyer-Ittner. She was here to talk about things going on at the UP Children's Museum. And, of course, singer-songwriter Trenton Thomas. And I want to thank you for joining us here. Have a very Merry Christmas, and let's leave with another song from Trenton Thomas.
This is the old Christmas carol, O Little Town of Bethlehem, and I took it and I wrote a brand new tune for it, and this is actually the first time I'm playing it in public. I just finished the writing of it last week, so this is O Little Town of Bethlehem. O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie above thy deep and dreamless sleep. The silent stars go by, yet in thy dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. O town of Bethlehem, we're watching you tonight. So hold our hopes and dreams secure until the morning light. How silently the wondrous gift is given. So God imparts to human hearts the blessings of his heaven. No ear may hear his coming, but in this world of sin, where meek souls will receive him still, the dear Christ enters in. O town of Bethlehem, we're watching you tonight. So hold our hopes and dreams secure until the morning light. O holy child of Bethlehem, descend to us, we pray. Cast out our sin and enter in. Be born in us today. We hear the Christmas angels the great glad tidings tell. Oh, come to us, abide with us, our Lord Emmanuel. O town of Bethlehem, we're watching you tonight. So hold our hope hopes and dreams secure until